You're saving, you're avoiding debt, you're investing anywhere that you can. You're doing absolutely everything that school and all the YouTube gurus taught you to do. So why are you still broke? Why does it seem like no matter how smart you are with your money, you're always one bad week, one car repair, or one mistake away from falling into debt? You did exactly what all the books and all the teachers and YouTube gurus said to do. You started a budget, you got a job, you didn't buy the Starbucks, yet you're still not able to breathe financially. You're stuck in this never ending cycle where one unexpected bill or one mistake can derail your entire month, and it is exhausting. But I'm here to tell you it is not your fault. You're not crazy, you're not lazy, and you're definitely not stupid. You're playing a game that's rigged, but there is a solution. Because the financial system was not designed to reward people for doing absolutely everything right. It was designed to trap people and get them just comfortable enough to not start questioning the system itself. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through exactly why you might be struggling with your money even if you're disciplined, smart, and trying your best. And more importantly, I'm going to be teaching you how to escape. For starters, you're playing defense in a game that requires you to be playing offense. Nowadays, most financial advice is pushing you to play defense. Cut your costs, avoid spending too much, eat rice and beans, cancel subscriptions. But here's the truth that nobody's actually telling you. You cannot save your way to freedom. You can only save so much. There's a cap to how much money you can cut spending, but there's no limit to how much money you can earn. Someone making $2,000 a month and budgeting like crazy might save $200 a month. That's only $2,400 a year. Now that's respectable, but if that same person put those same hours into developing a skill like video editing, content creation, copywriting, or freelancing, and all they did was get that skill to generate them $500 a month, that's an extra $6,000 in a single year. And that's just $500 a month. Like I said before, there's no limit to how much money you can make. And that's what I mean by offense. Defense is important, but if all you do is play defense, you're going to lose by default. Because no matter what you do, life is just going to keep on going on. Prices will go up, emergencies will come, and saving is only going to help you survive. But playing offense will help you escape. So here's what you have to do. Start with a time audit. How many hours a week are you actively doing something that could increase your income? Not just working your job, I mean learning, building, creating, freelancing. If the answer is none, no wonder you're stuck. Pick one monetizable skill, give it 5 to 10 hours a week, and then treat it like survival, because it is. Next up, let's talk about how people invest too early and too small. You've probably heard this 1,000 times. Start investing as early as possible. The earlier you start, the earlier your money can start to compound. Interest works in your favor. Now that's true technically, but here's what people aren't saying. Investing early, while still broke, is like planting seeds into concrete. It doesn't matter how early you start. If you're only able to invest $50 a month and you're still living check to check, that money would be much better spent helping you build a base. Let's run some numbers really quick. Investing $100 a month over 10 years into the S&P 500 would give you about $22,000. Now that's cool, but what if you use that same focus to help you develop a skill that helped you increase your income by over $1,000 a month? You'd have that $22,000 in less than 2 years and you could keep going. Now, the problem is not investing because investing is extremely powerful. The problem is investing too early before you've stabilized your income or even built a base. Before diving into the market, you have to build an emergency fund and protect yourself from financial shocks. So here's the 3-step order. Build a 3 to 6 month emergency fund. Get it so your income is producing you at least $500 to $1,000 a month that you can save, and then start investing like crazy. Until that point, though, your job is to stack cash, grow your income, and invest into yourself, not the stock market. Next, let's talk about debt. People praise being debt-free like it's the finish line, but let me ask you, what's the point of being debt-free if you're still broke and have zero ownership over anything? Now, being debt-free is fantastic, but when you're throwing every single dollar you're making at loans with no plan, no saving, and no finish line in sight, you're setting yourself up for failure. Now picture this, you pay $300 a month into student loan debt instead of $200. Now that might feel responsible, but now you have $100 less for an emergency fund, savings, investing, or an income producing asset. Then guess what happens? Life hits and you have a $700 car repair and immediately you're thrown right back into debt. Like I said in the beginning, it's a never ending cycle, and the problem is you never had any leverage to begin with. So instead, here's a much better strategy. First, make minimum payments until you're stable, and then try to build up that 3 to 6 month emergency fund. Then pay off any high interest debts or build another income stream. And then finally, once you're stable, pay off everything like your life depends on it. Debt is a weight, yes, but you don't cut off your legs to lose weight. You build stronger legs first, then carry it until you're ready to drop it. Next, let's talk about saving without a plan and how inflation is eating that alive. Saving money feels good, it feels safe. But if your money is just sitting in a basic checking or savings account earning 0.01% interest, you're not actually saving, you're losing money by the minute. Inflation is a slow thief. For example, in 2020, $10,000 could buy you more than it could today. And by 2030, that same $10,000 could have a buying power of $7,000 or less. So if you're not earning interest on your money, you're losing it. But the real problem is deeper than that. It's saving without any sense of direction. Most people save money just in case, and while that's noble, it lacks clarity. If you don't give your money a job, it gets lazy and it won't grow. Here's how to fix it. For starters, move all of your money that you're saving in a basic checkings or savings account into a high yield savings account and aim for 4.5% APY. Next, create purpose buckets for your money, like an emergency fund bucket, a travel bucket, an opportunity bucket, and a big purchase bucket. And then lastly, saving anything beyond 6 to 12 months worth of expenses, move that into a high yield growth vehicle like a Roth IRA or an ETF. You shouldn't just be saving, you should be strategizing. Every single dollar should have a purpose. Next, let's talk about not having any leverage and trading your time for money. If your money stops the moment you stop working, you're not free, you're stuck. Now, most people, they trade their time for money, and that's the default system. But the wealthy, they use leverage. Here are 4 types of leverage. First up is skill leverage, where people get paid more for the same hour. Next is digital leverage, where people make something once and then sell it forever, like a YouTube video or a course. And capital leverage, where you let your money make more money. Lastly is people leverage, where you hire people and outsource your work to save you some time. For example, you could detail cars. Detail 5 cars a week for $100 each car. Great hustle. But instead, if you hired people, built a booking system, and then let them work under your brand, then you're making money off the clock and you're not even working. Or simply making TikToks or YouTube videos with affiliate links, and you can make money while you're sleeping just from simple clicks. First, identify which parts of your income are scalable. Next, set a goal to create one system of leverage this year. And lastly, work less, earn more. That's the long game. Now let's talk about how you're in the wrong environment and you don't even realize it yet. You could be doing absolutely everything right and still be stuck simply because your environment is working against you. If you work a job where you only make $18 an hour, but you live in a city where rent is $1,700 a month, no budget can fix that. If your friends laugh at you for skipping parties and hanging out to work on a side hustle, your motivation will die out. If your family or friends just go around spending recklessly expecting you to bail them out, you'll never be able to save or build anything. Your environment isn't just physical, it's mental and emotional as well. So what do? Change your circle. If your friends aren't interested in growing or looking to build anything, then just simply change them. You can go online and try to find new ones there if you have to. Next, change your space. If your city is too expensive, consider moving somewhere where you can stretch your dollar further. And lastly, build a money fortress, a routine, a plan, and a mindset that protects your goals. Now, you don't need a perfect environment by any means. There's no such thing. All you need is one that does not drag you backwards. Now, let's talk about something that I struggled from, learning too much and doing too little about it. And I think this one's gonna hit home for a lot of people. You don't need more information, more videos, more books, or more podcasts. All you need is more execution. You've watched 100 videos on investing, you've bookmarked every single video about your side hustle, and you've got notebooks full of plans, but how much have you actually done? Consuming content feels productive, and in many cases it is, but if you're not actually taking action, it's just mental junk food. Here's what you can do. At the start of the week, pick one thing to act on. Watch videos all about it, and then stop watching any new videos until you've acted on the last one. Track execution, not knowledge, and build a streak of action. Because success isn't about knowing everything, it's about doing a few things well over and over and over again. And I'll save the best for last. Let's talk about how you've never been shown the full blueprint until now. Most advice is scattered. One person tells you to budget, the other person tells you to hustle. One tells you to invest, and one tells you to buy this meme coin. But what you really need is a foolproof system. So here is the exact step-by-step blueprint. First, build cash flow. Get a job plus one monetizable skill. Next, save smart. 3 to 6 months worth of savings in a high yield savings account. Third, kill debt. Credit card debt, student loan debt, garbage debt, kill it all. Fourth, invest in yourself. Learn skills, tools, systems that help you make more money. Next, stack and scale. Add systems, automate, outsource. Sixth, invest for growth. Roth IRAs, ETFs, index funds, real estate. Next, protect it. Insurance, LLCs, taxes, licenses, whatever you have to do. And lastly, give back. Teach others, build legacy, and change the cycle. So if you've been doing absolutely everything right and trying your very hardest, but you're still stuck, now you know why. It's not because you're lazy or stupid, it's because the game is rigged against people who are only playing defense. But now you have the entire blueprint that you need. Now you know how to flip the script and build a life where your money is working for you. Drop a comment because I'm going to be replying to every single one of them, and share this video with a buddy of yours who's still stuck in the system. Subscribe for more real, unfiltered financial content. I'm going to be back in the next video. Catch you.